All right. Good afternoon, Karen. Thank you so much for allowing me to record this part of the interview.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. So what I'd like to go ahead and do is talk a little bit about your work history. So let's go ahead and go back about maybe 5 years or so. So why don't you start by what you were most recently and then go back 5 years. So you've got the floor.
Okay. Most recently, I was with Halifax Health, and that was for just about 2 years. And I was an administrative assistant. I handled processing of contracts. They were publicly funded, so we had a lot of contracts going through the system. I was an executive assistant to an administrator of the hospital, and I managed his calendar and appointments, made interview appointments for people when we were hiring, also put in payroll for certain departments and extra pay for some of the physicians as part of their contract, kept track of all of that, and just be a liaison between IT or maintenance when they would come to the building, and just a general go between my boss and some and other employees and managers.
And
Prior to that,
I'm going to stop you for just a quick second. What softwares and systems were you working with?
at Halifax, we had Kronos up until
Okay.
December of last year, and then they went to Workday.
Okay.
They were starting to implement something Epic that I didn't get to be part of just yet, and Athena.
Okay.
I went in and out of that, not as much as a clinical person, being non-clinical.
Mm-hmm. What
All of
about
Microsoft
your
Suite.
Microsoft Office skills, typing, all of that? I would imagine as an admin assistant supporting an executive, those skills are pretty sharp.
Yes, we would use Excel as necessary. Word, of course. Outlook for his calendar management and meeting setup, meeting rooms.
Okay. So scheduling.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do travel?
I didn't have to set up travel for him, but I did handle expenses regarding travel for some of the employees when they did go out, and submit that to the main hospital for them to be either reimbursed or for travel to be paid for ahead of time.
Perfect. Okay. And then before Halifax, where were you and what did you do?
I was at Vitas Hospice. I was a patient care secretary for a year in there, and that was handling a lot of tracking of paperwork, being the go-between the nurses, the team managers. We had about 70 patients per team with 4 or 5 nurses. Have to track their paperwork and speak with clients and families, patients and families. And a position opened up in medical records. So I was at medical records after that until I left for a better position
With
at
Halifax.
And medical records was tracking medical records for the 11 Vitas offices in the Volusia County area.
All right. And then I know it was back a little bit further than 5 years, but I want to talk a little bit about quality enclosures because you were there for 8 years. So quality, is that like enclosures for like pool cages?
It was shower enclosures. And
shower. Okay. So
yes,
construction.
glass shower enclosures. They were a tempering plant, or are a tempering plant in Port Orange. And I was the lead optimization specialist, sending measurements to the system that would cut all of the pieces out of glass. It was basically a nesting software. It would maximize the use of the material, minimizing waste. It would puzzle piece the glass into larger pieces of glass and cut that out. And I would use certain skills to be able to minimize the waste there, and office management, and kind of all around helped out with everything there. When I started, there were about 12 employees, and I think there were around 100 between the 2 plants that they had there by the time I left. And that was due to COVID layoff in 2020.
I was going to ask you that when I saw the dates.
Right. Prior to
So,
that was another 8 years at another place, which was a layoff also, that they were doing multiple people then.
okay, and that was the sign
Don Bell
company?
Signs.
Okay, and
Hmm.
you were doing HR, customer service, office work there, coordinator work?
Yes, project I just drew a blank.
That's okay. It's listed as
Production
production.
coordinator. There we go.
That was 12. That was in 2012. And I have your resume in front of you, so I'm cheating a little.
Okay.
Okay, so I think it's fair to say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I feel like you've got really good skill set, office management, admin, support. You've got Workday, so even potentially some HR assistance, some payroll. Then you have the construction experience from the sign company and from the shower enclosure company. You've got the executive calendar management planning. So I feel like you're a very versatile candidate. So I'm going to go ahead and start marketing you immediately to some of my clients. I have a couple ideas for you. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and stop this portion of the interview, but don't go anywhere. We got a few more things to talk about.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm going to stop it. My mouse is stuck. Okay, there we go.